Hello, children. All are there? Okay, so okay, children. So let us start. So yesterday we were discussing about colloidal state. Colloidal state. Okay. So colloidal state में what we have to do in colloidal state. So first you should know what is a colloidal state. So yesterday I discussed that it is neither true solution nor true suspension. Okay, neither true solution nor true suspension. Okay, such type of mixture is known as colloidal mixture or colloidal solution or colloidal state or colloid. Okay, you can use any term. Colloidal state, you can simply call it as colloids. You can simply call it colloidal sol. So many things are there. So okay, actual this colloidal state was termed as okay children, one scientist was there whose name is Graham Thomas Graham. Okay, so he coined two terms. One is crystalloids and another one is colloids. Children, so just it is a memory based question. The substance which can pass through a membrane is called crystalloid. Okay, substance which can passes through a membrane is called crystalloids. Okay, children. For examples, sugar in water, salt in water, urea in water, or acids in water, bases in water, and all. So these are actually we call them as solution, or you can call them as crystalloids also, children. Crystalloids. Okay, so when you put some membrane, suppose it is a membrane, and you put any of them, okay, they will pass along with water. Such type of things are known as crystalloids. Okay, and the next thing is that suppose they don't passes through this membrane. Suppose they don't passes through membrane. Okay, and they give a feel of solution, but when you use a membrane, okay, uh, means any of one substance will pass, other will not pass, means it will retain in this position only. It means some problem is there. Okay, so that thing is known as colloidal solution. That thing is known as colloidal solution. I will give you some example. See, the substance, please note it down. The substance which disperses the substance which disperses in a solvent and cannot pass through a membrane is called colloid, called a colloid. Okay, the substance which disperses in a solvent and cannot pass through a membrane is called colloid. Okay, that mixture is known as a colloid. Example, you can put some example like glue, okay, gelatin, agar, etc. Children. So they will give you a appearance of solution, but when you pass through a membrane, okay, then that one of the substance will pass through the membrane, other will not pass. It means some problem is there. Okay, so that was not a true solution, and for that purpose, to deal such type of situation in the chemistry, we termed such type of mixture as colloids, children. Okay, termed as colloids. We will come to know about colloids in more detail. So just you keep on watching the lecture, you will find out many information regarding colloids. So somebody told that if the particle size is between 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, between 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, then possibility for formation of colloids is more, isn't it? So when something happens, people start research work. Okay, so when such thing happened, okay, when we mixed some thing and when we passed through a membrane, okay, so the substances, the solution which passes along with solute and solvent were termed as crystalloids. But when only solvent has passed and the other substance could not pass through the membrane, then we call them as colloid. Okay, so we are using solution also in our daily life and colloids also in our daily life. So when such thing happened, people started doing their research work and they find out that the size of the particles which are added plays a very important role. Okay, so generally what they have find a range of size that is 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. So whatever you are mixing in a solvent and the size is in the this range, then more possibilities there of formation of colloids, children. Okay, children. So anyhow, we can write some more examples. For example, write some more example. So the examples are many examples are there. Starch paste, gelatin, okay, or glue added in hot water, even milk, okay, even this milk, body lotion, and whatever the this paste which we are using, this toothpaste and shoe polishes and this butter, okay, and so many things are there. I will let you know all types of colloids. Okay, so just I'm coming close to the colloidal system, children. So let me give you some more idea about colloidal system. Colloidal system. Okay, see, uh, children, colloidal system or a colloid is consist of two parts. Okay, so we can say that colloidal system. Any problem, please tell me. I will rectify it. Okay, so colloidal system consists of two parts, children. Okay, that two parts is known as phase also. PHASE, phase. Technical term. Actually, it is substance only. Suppose two substances are there. That two substances are technically known as phase. Okay, technically known as phase. Yes, phase. You will find it very useful once you start using this term phase. You will feel it comfortable. So there is phase 1 and phase 2, means two types of substances are there in the colloidal system. One is known as, children, dispersed one is known as, sorry, dispersed phase, and the other one is known as dispersion medium. The other one is known as dispersion medium. So now you can start and you can show your interest. So now you are entering into a colloidal system. Okay, till now just I was giving an introduction to the colloidal system. After that, you know that this scientist Thomas, okay, Graham, used this term regarding crystalloids and colloids. You should know difference between a crystalloids and a colloids. So if solute and solvent passes through a membrane, okay, then it is a crystalloid. These all are crystalloids. So another name for crystalloid is true solution. True solution. But this is not a true solution, colloidal. Okay. When you use that membrane, solvent will pass, but solute will not pass. That is known as colloidal. Okay. So something is related with the size. So now we are entering and we are using two important terms by which a colloidal system is formed. Okay, the constitution of colloidal system is dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Okay, so what we can use, uh, I'll give you some more examples. What is dispersed phase? So if you wish, you can write regarding dispersed phase. First of all, dispersed phase will be in small quantity. Small quantity. Oh, thank you. Small quantity. Okay. And dispersion medium will be in large quantity. Large quantity. Large quantity. In normal words, we can say that this is in less quantity, like solute, and this is in more quantity, like solvent. Okay. So very slight difference between solute and dispersed phase. Okay. Solute and dispersed phase, children. So I think that solvent is common, okay, but that the role of this dispersed particles is very important. So it is in small quantity, okay. Next one is it is distributed throughout the system. Distributed, okay, distributed throughout the system. Distributed in colloidal form. Colloidal form. Okay, children. Distributed in colloidal form. Spreaded. Okay. These particles are spreaded. I will tell you how they spread, why they can't come closer and can precipitate, what are the roles, what are the mechanisms by which in a solvent some particles are continuously in spreaded mode. Okay, so I will tell you everything I will disclose. So don't worry, just have a look what I am telling, and please, because along with the concepts we have to uh, prepare a proper notes and proper bits, so that along with our learning we can solve our problems in the exam, that is competitive. So I am, along with this knowledge, along with the teaching, I am also preparing about the bits which you have to solve in your exam. Okay, children. So we have to follow uh, uh, all what means from we have to do, we have to take care of everything. In less word we can say that we have to take care of everything. Okay, so now dispersed phase is sometimes we can call it as a discontinuous, children. Discontinuous. It is discontinuous. I will tell you why it is discontinuous anyhow. So just remember, I will tell you why it is discontinuous. Next, about dispersion medium, it is in large quantity. Um, allow the particles, allow the other particles to get dispersed. Okay, get dispersed or get spread it out. Okay, and that one is discontinuous and this is continuous. Continuous medium. Continuous. Discontinuous and this is continuous medium. So okay, we have added some more information regarding this. So okay, children. So first of all, let us now we are in position to think about. Now we could manage, we can, what we say, we have started, we are starting feeling, okay, we have started feeling that, okay, some colloidal system type of things are generated, okay, okay, that in that one substance will be known as dispersion medium. In that some particles will be completely spreaded, okay, that is the main uh, concern, that they are spreaded. Why they are spreaded, why they are kept on spreading mode, I will let you know. It's very important reason. But they are spreaded, and their size is between 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, okay, nanometer, okay, one nanometer to 1000 nanometer. And that's why it can't, this, suppose if you allow, okay, if you allow with a medium, sorry, membrane, so what they will do, okay, you will get simply that dispersion medium, and that dispersed phase, okay, dispersed phase will be accumulated on this membrane, children. Means you can separate it out by using a membrane. So uh, this material is known as phase dispersed phase, and this is known as dispersion medium. So just you think about the reverse. Suppose you are doing the reverse of it. So in this solvent or this substance, okay, in this substance you are adding this material, and they are allowed to spread. Why they are spreaded? A beautiful story is there, beautiful reason is there, I will tell you. But they get spreaded, and such type of things are known as colloidal system. Then they are very useful in our daily life also. That's why we are doing study on colloidal system. So now uh, let me see what is the time. Okay, so okay, we can write now another thing, that is classification of colloids, or we can say types of colloids, okay, or colloidal system uh, on the basis of physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium, okay, children. So let us drop. Till then, if you have any problem, please write it down. Any requirement, just let me know. Okay, children. So see, dispersed phase and dispersion medium on the basis of their physical state. Okay, children. So I am making one table. From there you can find out good examples, and so many terms will be there. So let us start. Children, this is dispersed phase. Okay, this is about dispersion medium. This is about type of colloid, okay, and this is for example. This is example. So dispersed phase, dispersion medium, and on this basis, what will be the example? So just see. First of all, we would like to use. Suppose the dispersed phase is solid. Okay, dispersed phase is solid. Try to understand, children. Solid, solid, and solid. And now the solid is dispersed in which medium? Suppose it is dispersed in solid medium only. Now people cannot imagine how a solid can disperse in a solid, but it happens, children. It happens. So it is not easily formed, children. It is not easily formed. We have to make it because it has a great use. It has a great use. That's why we have to form. So we have to mix solid in solid. It's not mixed so easily. It is heated to their melting points, and then after that we are mixing for a long time, and then we are giving a proper time for cooling, and after that the one substance is completely dispersed in the another particle. So we will learn this technique, how to form a colloidal system. That is different thing. That is different thing. We will come to know how a colloidal system is formed. It is not so easy. Some colloidal systems are formed easily, but some colloidal systems are not formed so easily, children. So I will let you know there are, so some colloidal systems are very difficult to form. They are very unstable. They are um, reversible in nature, irreversible in nature. Okay. So everything I will let you know, children. So, okay, when today what we have to do is that you are mixing solid and solid, and then you are forming a colloid. That colloid should be known as, you please remember what such type of colloidal system will be known. That will be known as solid soul. Solid soul. You remember, please coin this term in your brain. Solid soul. If somebody asks you what is solid soul, then immediately you have to tell that the in solid soul it is a, first of all you have to mention that it is a colloid, and in this colloid the dispersed phase is also solid, and dispersed phase is solid, and dispersion medium is also solid. Okay, children, and at the last column you have to give some examples so that you can develop some interest. Oh, something is going like this. So the colored glasses, children, colored glasses, colored glasses, colored glasses, gemstone. Okay, children. So these are beautiful examples, okay, for your solid type colloidal. Okay, it means colored glasses means both the material will be solid. Okay, so the color is generated due to the dispersed phase. Okay, anyhow, people might be thinking why we are giving so stress to know about this thing. Slowly you will come to know, because in nearly in all industry, a very important role of colloidal system in this present world. No industry is left, okay, untouched with colloidal systems, whether it is a medicine industry, okay, where you manufacture medicines, okay, then cloth industry, then wherever you try to develop polymers, or you can see glass industry. Okay, so many industries are there. So see, people are they have a great choice about plain glass or colored glass. So definitely they will first they will choose the colored glasses only. Okay, for their building material, okay, for their vehicle purpose, for their any personal use. That means colored glasses is the what do you say, they give preference to the colored glasses. Anyhow, gemstone means they are naturally built gemstone, artificially built gemstone. So you can understand that so expensive gemstones are there. So stone, normal stone, gemstone with colored. So it will be very interesting when you come to know that when we will operate this gemstone and when we will find that why different colors are formed. Okay, who is the responsible factor for this pink color or green color or orange color? So it will be a very interesting part. I hope so. So next is, suppose we try to disperse. We try to disperse, okay, solid in liquid. So now the medium, dispersion medium is a liquid. When such thing happens, children, we will simply call them as soul. We will simply call them as soul. Now we will not call them as solid soul. We will simply call them as soul, S-O-R, not solution. Okay, not solution. It is soul, S-O-L. Examples are, yes, so this paints, what we are using. So see, I told you. So in paint industry, a great role of colloidal system, paints. Okay, even our bio life, this cell fluids in a cell, you know, if this is the cell, inside the dispersion medium is liquid only, and in that some tiny particles, okay, tiny particles are spreaded in, okay, they are spreaded. Why they are spreaded is a different reason. I will tell you, I will explain you how they are maintaining this dispersion. Okay, how they are maintaining this dispersion, that is different issue, I will tell you. But anyhow, in cell, okay, from very childhood, I think from class 6 7 only you started using this cell. So now is time is there to know about this in a liquid, this solid particles, okay, how they are spreaded throughout the medium. Okay, so anyhow, today is the time to have just examples, and you should feel that okay, something is going on regarding colloids. Slowly I will give you all information, children. So I have I am maintaining all criteria for the bit wise, for the notes wise, from conceptual wise, and from interesting wise, everything. And timing also very important, children. So in less time we'll give you more and more information, more useful information, okay, so that in very less effort you can get more and more knowledge, and you can utilize it, and you can score good marks, and with good feeling you should enjoy the topic also. Okay, so next is, suppose you are dispersing solid in gas, children, solid in gas. Okay, many people cannot digest how a solid can be spreaded in a gas, but it happens, children, it happens. You believe or not, it happens. What we can do? So whenever you will come to a in a real contact, then only you can feel that okay, we were discussing about this concept only. So when such type of things are formed, such colloids are known as aerosol. Aerosol, children, aerosol, aero aerosol. So okay, aero is used for gas purpose. Okay, so I think you can put some example like smoke, okay, dust, like this. These all are examples of colloidal system only, children. Okay, so sol is common. If it is solid type, then solid sol. If it is solid in liquid type, then it is simply known as sol. From my side, I would like to join liquid sol, but it's not required. Simply when you call it sol, it will be felt that you have dispersed solid in liquid. Solid in liquid. Hello. Okay, children. So I think you might have completed writing work. So now please start feeling about these colored glasses, about paints, about smoke. What will happen is smoke. Can you imagine what we are writing? That suppose in the atmosphere, okay, air is there, okay. It may be O2 or N2 like this. Air is there, children. Okay, this is the complete air. And how this smoke generates? Definitely some solid type materials, children. I will give you some solid type of materials, either of carbon or anything, children. So that is a fact which you come to know. So these particles, children, is spreaded throughout the air. So this is known as dispersed phase, and this air is known as dispersion medium. So dispersion medium is gas over here, and dispersed phase is solid particles. And there might be the size be in 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. Okay, children, do you understand? So I will let you know every reason why these particles are not interacting with each other, why they have maintained a distance, why, how they can maintain a distance. Okay, in daily life, people cannot maintain a distance. In coronavirus also, they are cannot maintaining distance. How these particles are maintaining distance? Why they are not getting combined it? And if they combine, their particle size will become more than 1000 nanometer, and they will settle down. But why it's not happening? So I will let you know. This everything happened due to the development of charge on the particles that I will discuss in my coming lectures. Okay, till then, let me see what's the time. Okay, so please let me know the timing also. Okay, so that we can, I have to get enter into the next class also. Okay, children. So children, here we could find out three types of colloids. Let us complete and little bit faster. Okay, so now we will uh, use liquid, children. Liquid and liquid. Okay, so liquid again, same thing, same nature. Solid, liquid and gas. Okay, children, when liquid is dispersed in solid, that colloidal is known as gel. Okay, these examples you can use: cheese, butter. Yeah, you might not have thought about this thing earlier, but you are using. That's why I told you that you will find out so many examples which are you are familiar, but you don't know exactly in chemistry, language of chemistry, what they are. So the cheese, the butter, or the jelly which you are using is nothing. It is a colloidal system, and technical name is gel. Okay, okay. That's why this gel word is used. Okay, gel. And what is gel? If somebody asks you from today onwards, you should say that when a colloidal system is formed, when a liquid is spreaded in a solid dispersion medium. Okay, children. So that is known as gel. They will ask you frequently. That's why I'm telling you, please focus on everything. Every word is very important. Every word. Because when we'll solve problem based on surface chemistry, every information which I'm writing today will be useful. You can see that, you can feel that. Okay, anyhow, when liquid and liquid is mixed up, okay, okay, mixed up, children, then that colloid is known as emulsion. Emulsion, okay, emulsion. Yeah, the beautiful name, emulsion. Okay, example, milk, yes. Hair cream, etc. So emulsion, yes, milk is an example of emulsion, children. What is that? So liquid is water, and what you have added, that is oil, children. That oil is also liquid. So liquid plus liquid is known as emulsion. Many people say oil cannot dissolve. I am not telling that we are dissolving oil in water. Okay, we are spreading oil in water. We are spreading oil. It will take more. It will take means it is not easy to form a milk. Okay, we have to prepare it. It is not naturally formed. It will utilize some techniques, some reagents, some side reagents are also required, emulsifiers, emulsifying agents, like this, so that they can create some interaction with oil and water. So milk is a live example of oil and water. What you have seen till now, that simply you are using oil and dissolving in water, you find out that oil is at the topmost layer of the water. Okay, that is correct. But just you simply mix that oil and water in your mixer and bring that material after mixing for 10 minutes. What you will find that yes, oil has been somehow dispersed in that medium. So things are there, children. Beyond your thinking also things are there. Then try to disclose everything. Please ask me, I will let you know everything. Whatever you feel, you please let me know. I will give you a clarity what is happening. So don't keep any doubt in yourself only. Let the doubt be on the screen. Okay, so that we can all try to solve your problem. So liquid in gas. Now this is again a beautiful thing, liquid in gas. Okay, this is also known as aerosol. Aerosol. Now this is the demerit of present nomenclature system. Okay, this is the demerit. See, both the things are known as aerosol. So here we should name them as either solid aerosol, and here we should name it liquid aerosol. But this is the demerit of the nomenclature of the present IUPAC system. Okay. So because this term is not completely satisfying the condition, so we have to use which type of aerosol. Then we have to answer a secondary question, that in this aerosol the dispersed phase is a solid, and in this aerosol the dispersion medium is liquid, children. So still some demerits are there where IUPAC has to see. Okay, children, they have to rectify soon. These examples you can use as fog, mist, okay, then cloud, insecticide spray, etc. Insecticide spray, etc. So children, you can see that till now we have developed 6 types. Okay, 6 type of colloids. Let us complete. We are having very less time, so that I think almost it is time. So let us do. Now it is gas, and gas, children. So again we'll try to spread gas into solid. What again it will be known as solid sol. Again demerit in the nomenclature. Okay, anyhow, foam rubber is the example. Foam rubber. Okay, next is pumice stone. Okay, children, pumice stone. Anyhow, we'll use it. Gas into liquid. Again, what it is known as gas into liquid. So gas into liquid is known as foam. At least they have tried to give some name of the colloidal system. Okay, what is this? So cream or soap, leather, examples are of this. And you know, gas plus gas cannot form any colloidal. Please remember this. No colloid. because gas plus gas gives you a true solution. True solution. So true solution is the example. Though they don't form colloids. It means only how many types of colloidal systems are generated, children, on the basis of physical state? Only 8 types. Only 8 types. Okay, children. We'll meet in next class. Go through it. Okay. See it nicely. Okay. Any doubt, please send me in my WhatsApp so that I can clear your doubts, and I can send you the screenshot of your doubt. Okay. Or you can ask me in your doubt clearance classes. Okay. Bye bye everybody. Thank you.